Hi everyone and welcome to Mama Social, the podcast. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Kayleigh, and we're here to talk motherhood, womanhood, and all things adulthood.
So grab yourself a bev and enjoy.
I've said this to a few people recently and they're like, absolutely not.
Oh yeah, I'm a cougar.
You cougar.
Cougar. And then he'll get out of the shower and he's like, oh my God, you've opened the blinds. And I'm like, no one should be looking. How do you find a farm?
There's a
there a website where you can look at farms for sale?
Findmyfarm.com. He thought his therapist was going to be on his side. He'd be like, oh, that's obnoxious or whatever the words he was thinking he was going to say. But he was like, he went, how does Kayleigh know how to do that?
But I still couldn't think of anything worse than putting anything up there straight away.
Here's to another lovely week.
Cheers, pet.
I don't trust anybody who can't sip the tea though.
What do you mean?
How can you
Gulp, gulp, gulp.
That was so hard to try and drink without making a noise. Is it because you're trying to cool it down so we all like blow slightly?
But it's because I'm trying not to fill it with spit. So I kind of go like, oh. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of flinging it back.
When it's freshly brewed, I don't think anybody can do a silent. Even that was only little.
Towards the bottom, it's getting sugary.
Oh God, not this again. So, how are you?
I'm really good.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Good.
Are you?
Yes.
Great.
And that's the end of the episode.
That's today's episode done. Do you want to know what's been playing on my mind?
Tell me.
And it's been playing on my mind for quite some time because I can't actually remember when I seen this.
Right.
It's a conversation that I often have with myself in the car. Do you talk to yourself in the car?
All the time.
Same.
There's something to do with trauma response or something.
What, how you deal with trauma is talking to yourself in the car?
No, like if you're having to think about conversations before the conversation's about to happen so that you can get what your response is going to be, because you, as a child, you didn't know how to act around certain folk. There's something.
Oh.
It's a thing.
Sometimes I just do a podcast in my car.
Maybe that's a new addition. We do like a Monday catch-up, 10 minutes in the car. Like carpool karaoke. Coming next week is carpool karaoke. Anyway, go.
Right, so I seen this thing and it must have been on either Instagram or TikTok or something. And it was like, to tell someone who you are, but without using your relationships and your job.
Was it not Mama Social?
Oh my God, did you post that?
We posted that, saying like,
who are you?
Who are you without being a mama of your job?
Is it, so you post? Well, I've seen other people post it as well. It must have been like
no,
a trendy thing. Okay, it was only Mama Social Co that trended that.
No.
Posted that. Who are you?
It was one of our best reels that I've ever done.
Because
like,
honestly, it
so
really, really got me thinking, because I was like, because if you go in any conversation with anyone, you'd be like, oh, hi, I'm Kayleigh, I'm 34, I'm married, I've got 2 kids, I do this as a job.
You couldn't even say what I do as a job, remember?
But honestly, I still don't have a clue what you do as a job. So what do you say?
Well, let's try it. Lauren?
I'd be my Instagram bio.
Well, come on then.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm 34 and I love life, skincare and coffee and tea now too.
No, but genuinely though, like, what makes a person?
Don't know.
Is it their hobbies, which we're struggling
I don't
to
really have any.
Exactly. Is it the people we knock around with in the like excursions you go on, or the like? What are we? Who are we?
Don't know.
Like, there's things that I like.
Like, would you just say things about your personality? Like, hi, I'm Lauren and I'm happy. Hi, I'm Lauren, I'm positive.
Hi, I'm Kayleigh. I am an overthinking,
pushy,
neurodiverse psychopath. I'm not a psychopath. It just rolled off my tongue. Oh, am I?
It's just rolling off there.
No, like, I'm an overthinker, overworker, No. It's so hard.
Like, hi, I'm Kayleigh and I'm over everything.
I'm an over.
I'm an overer.
I'm an overer who likes to play golf, go to the spa and socialise with me friends and also by myself. I've worked out that I'm slightly introverted, you know. Now you're going to look at, are you saying yeah? Because when I've said this to a few people recently and they're like, absolutely not. And I'm like, I know last week when I was like, I'm lonely, nobody wants to play with me. But I love actively being by myself.
Oh,
so like going to the cinemas by myself, going to a restaurant by myself, going for a walk by myself. I need it to feel like I've said hello to myself. I feel like if I've socialised or gone out with the girls, that's taken a lot of my energy.
Yeah.
And then there's
social battery.
That's the thing. That's the jam at the minute, isn't it? This social battery.
I love being alone. I've always loved being alone.
Really?
Like, always.
I know you've got 2 older brothers and sisters, but like, they're slightly older, aren't they?
Yeah, they're older than the older.
So do you feel like you were a bit like only child syndrome?
No, well, obviously I wasn't an only child, but my brother and sister, my sister moved out when I was quite young. I can't remember how old I was, but I'll have been like 8 or 9.
Okay.
I think. And my brother was obviously like a teenage boy that just was in the loft all the time. Like his bedroom was in the
bedroom in there. He wasn't just hanging about in the loft.
Like my brother, you just wouldn't see me brother. Do you know what I mean? It was like a cave up there. You didn't dare go up. They've been stinking.
Awful.
So yeah, I've always loved being alone. Hi, I'm Lauren and I like being alone and reading. Alone with my book.
And don't touch me.
And not touched.
But I just attack her each week, so. Actually, I don't think I've touched you today. Oh.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
So yeah. How on earth did we get onto that? But
I don't know, because that had just been playing on my mind. I'd been talking to myself about it in the car and thinking, well, who are you if you're not?
But I think
if I don't say I'm a mum and I'm a fiancé.
But I think men would struggle to say that as well.
I don't. Glenn would be like, hi, I play football.
But is that him though? Like, how do you put you, a complex being, into a tagline?
I'll be Glenn, right? Hi, I'm Glenn. I'm 29. I get everything wrong and I play football.
God bless
There's
his soul.
Glenn.
How on earth did I not know Glenn was like still in his 20s?
Oh yeah, I'm a cougar.
You cougar.
Cougar?
Or I must have known it, I've just forgotten.
Yeah, he's 30 this year.
Well, that's why he's a
And I'll be
tit.
35. That's why he gets everything wrong.
That's why he gets everything.
He's
Still a
child.
pubescent child. Dale has no excuse.
He's an old man.
He's an old man.
How old's Dale?
He's actually 2 years younger than me.
Oh, is he?
He's your age. Like 2 school years.
Gotta have them a bit younger.
Yeah. But even though he looks 5 years older than me. Weathered, bless him. Big bald bear. He works hard. Sexy motherfucker. Sorry, first fire word.
There you go.
So, how's life been in general though?
Fine.
Yeah.
Great.
Fabulous.
Stunning. Still tired. Still got a broken back. Still need a massage.
Still everybody
just
in the bed.
need a minute to wash my hair. Still, just plodding along.
Same old, same old.
Same old.
How has it been back at work? There's a subject we can do. Good.
Great.
Why were you so confused there? What? Am I back at work?
Excuse me, I've never been off work. What are you talking about? Like, I've actually never been off work.
Yeah, but you're back in the clinic.
Yes.
And doing this and how are you juggling everything?
I'm not. It's that whole thing again that I said a few episodes ago where I'm juggling, but someone's just whacking balls off my head.
It's often me throwing things at you. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Let's do that. No. Yeah, I don't feel like I do juggle it very well. Like I feel like I don't give 100% of myself to something. because like you can't.
Yeah,
Can you? Like you
can't.
actually can't. But
even being a mum, you can't give 100%
no.
to.
Nah.
Also, because that version of yourself doesn't exist. So trying to achieve perfectionism as a mother is so hard on your own mental health.
I feel like that just went really deep.
Soz.
Fair.
I'll drink me a cup of tea and shut up.
Right.
True though, isn't it? Or is it not?
Say what you said again.
Oh, I don't know what I said. These things, because I genuinely can't remember what I said. It's like God talked to us.
It's like God was speaking through you for a second, and like you were saying something that was like full of wisdom. And
you know what it is? It's the voices in my head. So, anything else?
Pits and peaks and then Mam Guilt.
Oh, we taught Mam Guilt today.
Well, haven't you just said that about going back to work?
Oh, yeah.
Then let's deep dive.
Pits and peaks.
Yeah.
Why am I picking this up like it has my pits
like
and peaks on?
There.
They don't. Do you want to start on me?
I'll start.
Go.
Pits and peaks. Peak of my week is my fence is finally fixed.
What was wrong with it, like?
I think I spoke about this like in October or something. That's how effing long it is took to be sorted out. But
is it the fence that was looking at the neighbours?
The people behind us, I could see straight into their house because they'd effed up the levels and whatever. Finally sorted. I have a bigger fence. Glorious.
How big?
It's like
7 foot.
It must be a 7 foot.
So bigger than a 60. Yeah, because that's math.
Yeah, because they just I don't know what they've done behind. I don't know.
They've put the house up.
The mind is blown.
Could you remind us again? You could see into their living room.
Yeah, like through their house. Like I could see into there.
Why did they not have blinds?
Well, don't know. But I don't have blinds on mine either, which means they can see into
dear me.
Mine.
So no blinds, no curtains. But I know we've had a full episode a long time ago about curtain crack. But
well, I've got like big French bay window doors, and it's like one of the features of the house that I really loved. And I've thought about getting curtains, and I've thought about stuff, and I just think it'll ruin it.
Then you can't walk around your house with.
Also, I like to walk around my
titwabs out.
Yeah.
So you
I like to run downstairs, with. Well, I can't because the people behind us have been able to see straight into my house.
Yeah, but get some blinds. They'll still be able to see in your house just upstairs in that window.
Nobody should be looking up there.
Yeah, but the man over the way is so used to seeing Lauren Nawabs that he's going to be like, oh, the fence is high now. I've got to go upstairs and do me peeping Tom there.
See, just no one should be looking. Glenn goes on at me for like walking around upstairs naked, and he like freaks out if I've opened the blinds. Like I don't open the blinds upwards, like I'd open them so that they're open.
Yeah.
And then he'll get out of the shower and he's like, oh my God, you've opened the blinds. And I'm like, no one should be looking.
Runs
like, why would anybody be looking through, like,
peeping Toms
from their bedroom window into my bedroom window?
Remember when you had that drone about? We were like, imagine if it's some weirdo trying to peep and Tom.
Yeah, my imagination went wild with the drone. But I think the drone actually belonged to the people that live behind us.
Peep and Tom. That's his name.
The drone. So anyway, fence sorted. Pit of the week is I have what looks like a huge thin line sucky on my breast from slipping.
What the hell is a sucky?
A sucky? What?
What's a sucky?
A sucky? Like
I can hear the word, but I don't know.
A love bite.
Oh, a love.
A hickey.
Hickey. That's what we call it. A sucky.
What, you don't call it a sucky?
Never heard that in my life.
Do people call them suckies? Yeah.
We live, used to are from Sunderland. I'm a pit yakker, only 7 miles away or something, but the words are so different.
Yeah.
So any of you listeners from a little bit far away.
Well, anyway, it looks like I've got a sucky on my boob. Well, actually, it doesn't, because it's long and thin. Basically, I'm kind of stopping breastfeeding. Right. So we're more bottles than boob. I'm only breastfeeding in the night feed.
Yeah. Loads of people do that.
Yeah. It's easy. But it gets to the point in the day sometimes where I'm like, oh, my boobs are feeling a bit Like, you know, I need to empty them a little bit. So I like to get in the shower and I like to do a bit of hand expressing. And just the other day I must have just got a bit carried away and they were like soapy and I slipped and my nail just scraped down my boob. And honestly, I've made a right mess of it.
I thought, because you've just showed me, I thought it was a burn.
Yeah, it looks like a burn.
But it's a nail scratch.
Yeah, it's up my nail. I've slipped while milking myself like a cow.
Like, why were you so aggressive?
I didn't realise I was. But yeah, I must have just like caught it in a... And I just look a mess.
Does it? Looks like you've dropped a pair of straighteners on your
Yeah, it does.
titty.
It looks like I've got a curling iron and just went...
Well, how do you feel about stopping breastfeeding? Because I didn't do that. That's the way you should do it, like a gradual... So you don't get mastitis?
Mastitis, yeah.
I full on both times nearly had nervous breakdowns.
Yeah.
By the end. So I just stopped and then give myself mastitis.
It's one of those things in parenting where like...
It's never the right time.
Yeah.
And you're always thinking and talking about it.
You think it's like such a huge deal and you don't know if you're doing the right thing.
That was with Fred, yeah.
Yeah.
With Eva, I just woke up. I was like a cow. I was the best breastfeeder ever. And I woke up and I went, I'm done. And I was like, what? I was like, I'm done.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
Like, I totally understand why the breastfeeding statistics in the UK are low. There's not a lot of support, but then I think even if there was support, would I continue?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard. It's just hard work. And I'm back at work. Like we said, like, I'm not like having a 9-month-year maternity leave or anything. Like, I'm back at work. My child has to have bottles. And then I do a combi fed with breast milk for a little bit. But I do just find it easier combi feeding with formula because
100%.
you're still not getting, if you're pumping, you're still not getting a break. You still have to like pump your boobs around the time that your baby's feeding, which I can't really do if I'm at work. So it's what it is. Don't feel guilty.
Good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Peak we'll start with. We've been nominated for a few awards.
Who has?
Mama Social. Sorry.
Mama Social.
Not the podcast
not me.
itself. We put in for the podcast, so we should hear soon.
What did you apply to your MMA?
Yeah. The one that we won last year. But yeah, we've been nominated for 2 awards. An Eva, which is very, very nice. But it's an Enterprise Vision Award, but it's all female businesses, female founded businesses, which was really nice. But the thing I love most about it, do you know who nominated us? Another brand.
Really?
Pretty Mama.
Oh, really?
The girls from Pretty Mama went out of their way and filled in an application form on behalf of us. And I was like...
That's really nice. I don't like it when people nominate themselves for things.
No, but everyone does.
I don't like it.
Well, who's going to? Pretty Mama.
Exactly.
So lovely. Yeah, so that's nice. And then a Startup Awards I've been nominated for.
Gorgeous.
So that one, though, it's in town and you have to, at the live theatre, and you have to like pitch to an audience and the audience decides who wins, a bit like Dragon's Den.
Oh.
So it's unusual.
Well, hopefully they understand what you do because...
You were the only one that doesn't. Yeah, so that's the Peak. Nice. Pit.
Oh, what?
Our family dogs died, Louis.
Oh, no.
So
how old?
15.
Oh, good life.
Good.
Very good. Good.
Honestly, the amount of money my mum and dad spent to keep that dog alive, he was just so loved. Like, if it was anybody else, he would have been gone forever ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
He's got every disorder going. He was deaf. Like, his feet were completely flat now. Like, they said to it when they were leaving, they were like, do you want us to thingy their paw, like ink their paw?
Do it like a
and my mum and dad were like, no, because they're not his paws. Because they're like,
his paws.
Yeah, but they're not. It was like a representation of how poorly he was. Like just this long, flat, like, bless him. Yeah, so.
Oh, I feel really sad thinking about.
My dad's devastated.
Yeah.
So my mum, the kids, annoyingly, the kids had slept in the first time, like they'd slept past 7 o'clock, and my mum's knocking on the door at 6:30.
Oh,
like,
no.
And Dale got the door and she just went, Louie's dead.
Oh.
And he was like, oh, come in. Made her a cuppa. I sat with her. I said, where's Dad? And she went, I had to drop him off at the beach. He wouldn't come home.
Oh.
So my dad's been walking. My mum was going, Alan, it's still dark. And he was going, I don't care. And she said,
so did he die?
So he's been having fits for about a year. And they just kept getting longer and longer and longer.
Yeah.
And my mum woke up at about 3 o'clock or something, and she could hear a weird noise, went into the kitchen, and he's lay on the couch, and he was fitting on the couch. So it was like a running noise, like, you know, when the dream and the legs are going. But he'd pooed, he'd weed. And then she got my dad up. He picked him up, sat on the floor with him. And my dad said today when I went round, he said, I was just saying, go, son, I'll let you go. Oh, I feel so sad. He was like, just go, son, I'll let you go. Just go. And then he didn't go, the daft bugger. So he came back round, but he couldn't walk or couldn't do anything. So they took him to the vet. And they just said he's actually blind now. Like, it's took his sight. So he's deaf. He's blind. My dad's going, it's all right. I'll take him home. Like, yeah. And they're going, well, if that's, and my mum's going, Alan, we can't. Like, he's not going to come back. Like, so they decided to put him down.
Oh.
But my dad was saying, I just wanted him to die. Yeah. Like, I didn't want to have to make that decision. Like, yeah, so, but
I don't like to think about it.
He was just, my dad was going, I just feel empty. Like,
I just can't imagine life without my dogs. My mum can.
Oh, well, my dad needs a dog. Like, he's the dog man. And my mum's like, obviously she won't say this to him now, but months ago she was like, we're not getting another dog. Like, because my mum's a swearer. That's why I'm a swearer, maybe. Learned behaviour. And my dad was like, well, I'll leave. If I can't get a dog, I'll be leaving.
I will leave you.
I will live in a caravan down
I will
Crindon.
get a dog, whether you like it or not. I can't imagine a house without a dog.
I can.
Well, actually, it'd be very peaceful. Mm. It'd be extremely peaceful. Yeah. But I just can't imagine not having the little tip-tap of little nails on the floor when you get home.
We will get another dog.
The excitedness. I just can't imagine it.
We will get another dog. When the kids are older, we're like, we have some more time. The time we got a dog just wasn't the time to get a dog. Absolutely not. Forgot to tell you. So this is a new thing. Fred, I don't know how we've got onto this, but you know how my dream is to be able to hold me. What's wrong?
With that, I haven't paid for me parking. And I've just really... Oh my God, I did this the other day as well when we were at the thing. Oh my God, if I have got another parking ticket. God, right.
That's hilarious.
Sorry, guys.
I love how things just come to people.
I don't know why that was at that point.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
So while you're doing this, I'll tell the listeners.
Fuck's sake.
That I want, and I've always wanted to have, like, my mum and dad in their own little annex on, like, in an area. Dale's mum and dad somewhere. I think we spoke about this before. So, have you got a ticket? Well, let's say there you'll have a ticket.
I'll just find out when I walk back around with my car, but I've...
So, we've now got a plan. Dale's on board, and we're going to buy in the next 3 years
a caravan,
a little farm, but not with animals.
Oh, piss off! I can't.
A little homestead.
Hinch.
Is she got a farm?
Are you going to be Mrs. Hinch?
Is she got a farm?
Yeah, she lives on a farm with some alpacas.
Oh, well, Freddie made a list of animals and he had to get them signed off. This was his crack yesterday. So we've agreed chickens.
Right.
Alpacas.
Right.
I said no, but Dale said yes. A dog.
Yeah.
And 3 sheep. I was like, I don't think we're going to have sheep, but we'll discuss later.
What about goat?
I think they're a bit aggressive, aren't they?
I don't know. I thought goats made good pets.
Oh, they do goat yoga. do goat yoga where goats climb on people. Yeah, so we'll get the farm in 3 years.
I can't wait to come to the farm.
Hilarious.
I can't wait.
We've been looking online.
How do you find a farm?
There's a
Is there a
website.
website where you can look at farms for sale?
Findmyfarm.com.
Find My Farm.
No, it's something like that. What's it called? UKlandandfarm.com. So that's my favourite, which is too expensive, so we can't have that one. There's one in Gateshead, right, for sale, but it's only £400,000 for like 19 acres of land, 2 farmhouses. It's got an active farm on, but none of, when you look at the buildings, they're all derelict. Not one of them's got a window. Like, it's full on, you'd have to build a whole house.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so Freddie went into school today with a spring in his step. And I think I've spoke about how horrendous the Mondays and Friday drop-offs are because he doesn't go to breakfast club. And he skipped in. I thought, why? He's happy. Shouted.
Because he's getting an alpacas.
Shouted to his friends, I'm going to live in a farm and we're having alpacas and chickens. And everyone was like, really?
I hope you make it happen, or
I
you're
was
going to have
like,
a very disappointed little boy.
Yeah, but not right now. We're just talking about stuff that we want. Like goals. And Miss Habib, she's teacher, was like, you've got work to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know. So
You'll never forget that.
I had my dad
You'll
looking.
never forget it.
I had my dad looking on the website yesterday.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'll look after the animals. This is before our Louis passed. He was like, I'll be the games keeper. So
I love when I put the lottery on and then I
Getting a
spend
farm.
me millions in my head and like I look at all
what
of
would
the...
you do? What would be the first? So you got the Euro Millions.
Yeah.
$400 million.
400 million.
Yeah. What would you do?
I'd probably pass out and not resurrect. So it would be a waste.
No, serious. What would you do?
I'd buy a fucking massive house.
Why?
To live in.
Why?
Because I want one.
I want one.
Because I want one. Because I'd want a big
What
house.
style?
Magnificent. Something close
With
to a
wings.
beach somewhere.
With wings.
With wings,
Yeah.
of course.
Like a massive mansion.
So I'd
but would
buy-
it be a new build or an old?
I don't know. I just don't know.
I want a period.
I'd
like,
buy
house.
a car for every day of the week. I'd pay off everyone's mortgage that I like.
Not even love. Just like.
Oh, well, love.
Oh, okay.
I
like you. Here's your mortgage.
Yeah.
You're
Like
a nice
my-
shopkeeper. Here's
yeah,
your
like
mortgage.
my friends and my family, I would pay off their mortgages.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Then I just crack on.
Holiday?
Maybe. Private jet.
Holiday homes?
400 million. I could get a private jet, couldn't I?
It might all be gone nearly.
Mm.
Private jets are proper expensive, aren't they?
I don't know.
I think you need to be a billionaire to get a private jet.
Don't know. I don't know the answer to that. But I'd have a great time.
We've got a you know me. We've actually got a list of what we would do if we won the lottery, and we've agreed who we're giving pots of money to. Me and Dale. Like,
Have you got a list for every amount that you could possibly win?
no, we've only got one.
What would you do if you won 1 million? Just
Invest it.
1 million.
I'd stay in the bungalow.
Yeah.
Wouldn't buy any cars. Wouldn't do.
Yeah. I would just pay my mortgage off.
I'd
I would
pay me
just pay my
mortgage off, and we'd invest the rest.
Mm.
We'd put some money into the kids' bank accounts, and the rest would go into buying other businesses or property, or it would be to generate more money.
Yeah.
Can't do now with $1 million these days. Really though,
No, I know.
like what your house is potentially £400,000. That's nearly half of it.
Yep.
Like, you might as well just stay. Like, one of them farms, my favourite one, is £875,000.
Yeah.
Which, for what you're getting, is nothing.
Yeah.
But that's everything.
And then you couldn't win $1 million and then buy an £875,000 house, because then who's paying your bills?
Exactly.
When you've only got 225,000 left over to last you a lifetime.
Yeah.
But then I suppose you've got your job and stuff.
And you've bought the house outright, so you haven't got your mortgage, which is the biggest thing.
Still a lot more bills.
A lot more bills. At least you have a fire in my period house. I want a fire.
What, that's it? You just want a fire?
Like a proper
roaring
fire. I'll show you after this. There's in one of these farmhouses, you know, it was built in the 1700s. So the fire, there's got seats in the fireplace. I'll show you now.
Don't show us now, show us later.
Yeah. Like back in the good old days.
People used to sit in fires.
Like the fire's
I feel
here.
like I've seen that on a film.
The fire's here.
And
they sat on little tiny cushions like this up against the fire in like a big hearth. You're inside the
Glenn
hearth.
would have a fit. He hates it when I leave a placemat on the oven. on the hob, aye.
So yeah, we're going to get a farm. Watch this space.
We need to move on because I can see Sarah's arm out of the corner of my eye. Just
so yeah, there's me pits and beaks.
Gorgeous.
I can't speak. Pits and beaks. Having a stroke. Right. Should we crack?
Topic of the week.
Mam guilt and being a working mum.
Do you feel guilty now that both of your kids, because obviously Eva's in nursery and Freddie's at school. Do you feel guilty working or anything like that?
There's sometimes that, like, when I'm rushing about, like this morning. Not this morning.
A child is an anxious child.
Yeah, like
that's something I keep seeing, and I really try not to rush.
Not on a Monday, because that's not a rush day. Actually, it's a lie. Even if we've got 10 hours to get out the house, the last 10 minutes of getting in the house is always like a panic.
Yeah.
Because it's like, brush your teeth, get your shoes on. Why is nobody listening to us? Like this morning, I had to go into Eva's room and scream in a pillow.
Oh.
Because nobody was listening. Not a person. Dale wasn't listening. Fred wasn't listening. Eva wasn't listening. Everyone was just, they weren't being naughty.
Do you not get to a point where you just think, I'm sick of the sound of my own voice, just whatever. Just do what you want. Do what you want. It's not the end of the world if I don't get to this place at the time that I really want to get to this place for. And then when you just let it go, everything feels so much better.
I'm not that person.
Oh, I have to be, or else I don't think I'd be
here. Yeah, so I screamed into a pillar and then came back out and was like, "Are we sorted?" And it took for me to go in there and scream in a pillar for Dale to get his head out of his phone. He wasn't on Facebook, he was working. Like, as he was walking out the door, like sending a quote or something, for him to go, "Oh, maybe I should chip in."
Yeah.
It was like,
you think?
Kayleigh shouldn't have got to that level if I was just helping put the shoes on, brush the teeth, do the final thing.
I have to prep Glenn the night before, and I'm like this morning I had someone coming to fish. Had someone come in to fix the dishwasher at 9 a.m. Glenn's on days, so I had to have both of the kids out of the house, Oaks dropped off at nursery and be back in the house for 9. So I was like, I need to be out of the house by this time tomorrow. You do not have time to lay in bed. When I get up, you get up, get sorted, come and help. Mm-hmm. And he did.
Oh, lovely. But sometimes you just wish they would bloody do it without
that you don't have to prep them the night before.
I don't need the nag or the prep, so you shouldn't.
Yeah.
So tomorrow it will be a rush because we're out the house at 7:30 in the morning.
Oof.
To get to Breakfast Club for 20 to 8.
Oof.
And yeah, and I do the drop off and then I take a breath and I go, that was unnecessary. So I don't have mam guilt about working genuinely. Like, I sometimes go, very brief. Wouldn't it be nice to do the school run and then go home and...
That's the worst part of parenting. School runs.
The school run's horrendous. Because of the rush. So, no, I'm going to stick by my guns and I don't have guilt for working because the life I'm going to provide my children from me working this hard is only going to propel them to greater things. Not that they're going to be brats and be gifted stuff on a plate. Like, they'll not know how much money's in their savings.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but to get to 21 and be like, here's a deposit on a house because you've done this, this or this. Like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to be able to do that and experiencing the world and going on holidays and buying the farm.
I hope I can do all this.
No, use the correct language.
I can.
You can and you will. Whatever your
Okay.
goals are. You know what I'm doing with Dale tonight? You know,
Planning how you're spending 400 million.
you know, Project Parenthood, the masterclasses that we do with like goal settings and stuff. His therapist shouted at him the other week because he was like, look, this is what I'm up against. This is what Dale had said. And shut our bedroom door, turned the laptop around and showed him my vision board. And he thought his therapist was going to be on his side. He'd be like, oh, that's obnoxious or whatever the words he was thinking he was going to say. But he was like, he went, how does Kayleigh know how to do that? And he was like, oh, she's just read a lot of things and she does this like workshop with mums. Mm-hmm. And he was like, so you telling me you have somebody living in your house, knows how to set goals and you're not doing it? And he was like, mate, nah, you're taking the piss. Like, he said, and he went, well, she's even got this little booklet that she gives out. And he was like, even worse. He was like, there's no excuse for you to not. He said, in 2 weeks' time, that vision board better be underneath Kayleigh's. So he said, we're doing that tonight.
Maybe I need to make a vision board. Should we have a vision board and wine night?
Oh my God, I would love that.
I don't want to drink wine. It was I just said that sound cool. I don't want wine.
And
cheese
trip.
And oh yeah.
Or Mudder Human. I like the Mudder Human better. Sorry, if Trip's going to
never actually tried either of them. So
I like the Mudder Human one just because they do a black tea.
Oh.
Which is unbelievable with like ice and blueberries and like, oh, it's stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Okay, well, guilt. I don't feel guilty, right? Mm-hmm. But I always feel like I need to get back. Like, I always feel like I need to get back to my kids.
Mm-hmm.
And even though, like, if you think of the difference in, like, me and Glenn, like, Glenn will be out of the house. He'll leave the house 8:30 on a morning. He'll get in at 6:30 on a night. He doesn't give a shit. Like, he's not rushing back. Well, I mean, I don't know if he is rushing back. But I feel like I cut work days short sometimes because I feel like I need to get back and I need to help with my own children. Or like before I go to work, I'll make sure that all the bottles are washed and sterilised. I will do everything I can
to make
sure that Glenn's day or my mum's day, if my mum's looking after one of them, is as easy as it can be. And I feel like I don't know if is that guilt because I'm leaving? Or is it just because I like to be organised?
Is it the control thing in a positive way? Like,
but I think it's because I feel bad. I think
that you shouldn't be leaving. I don't feel
bad, but I think I just want to do whatever I can to make everyone else's day easier, even though it's making my day harder.
Yeah.
And that is that. But I don't feel guilty for working. Because I've never had a maternity leave. Never had a maternity leave with Oaks. Obviously, I'm self-employed and employed. So I have like a little break from my employed job. But I never have a break from my self-employed. But then I can't complain because it's not exactly strenuous, hard graft. I absolutely love what I do. And I can't imagine ever like having a break.
I feel times that I do get a bit of mum guilt is when both of them need me at the same time.
Yeah.
And there's just me there, if Dale's at work or whatever. Like, I don't know how to navigate without causing some sort of little minuscule trauma.
Yeah.
Of like, who do I choose? Who needs me right now? And unfortunately, because Freddie's older.
The older one will remember more.
But he's the one that I'll say, get you, because he loves crafts. So I'm like, get your pens, get your book, get whatever, sellotape, glue, whatever, get in a bed, and I'll see you in 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'll hear him, and he's just, I get guilt that there's not somebody there that sometimes he'll fall asleep with like all his crafts all over him. And I'm like, he's gone to bed without anybody saying goodnight because I'm dealing with you who won't go to sleep.
He won't care.
Thanks for saying that.
He won't care. He won't think about it.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
But he will.
But I get a lot of, again, like not guilt, but like sometimes at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, there's another day dawning. Name that musical.
Honestly, straight over my head. Do you want to go and see Wicked when it comes out at the cinema? Because I will break my no cinema rule for Wicked.
I will.
And for It Ends With Us.
Cry the whole time. So yes, please.
Incredible. Right. So at the end of the day, when another day's dawning, what's it off? Les Mis. I don't like Les Mis. Dun dun dun. The room goes quiet. At the end of the day, I always find myself love a little scroll on TikTok at bedtime, and I always find myself seeing like TikToks about being on your phone in front of your kids and stuff, and I always send them to Glenn. But I'm not just having like a dig at Glenn. I mean like both of us, because both of us are bad for being on our phones. But my excuse is always, I work from my phone. You don't. You put yours down. You're wrong. I'm right. So, and I do feel a bit bad sometimes. Like if I've just got some deadlines with like a brand collab or whatever.
Did you?
What?
What did you just say?
If I've got deadlines.
You said deadlines.
I can't speak anymore. If I've got like deadlines with a brand and I need to get stuff sent over and I haven't prepared it all, and I need to like just quickly get it done and get it like sent, I feel bad. Like that 10 minutes when I'm on my phone, it feels like 2 hours that I'm ignoring my child staring at my phone, and I feel bad for it, because then I think when we were little, our mums and dads didn't have phones. Mobile phones were only invented. I can't remember when, but I remember when my sister had this massive Philips thing. Like, so what did they do?
Sex.
That's not where I was going. That's not where I was going. Yes, I was thinking more along the lines of like a magazine or a newspaper.
Top 10.
Like
Jeffrey over the fence.
Like,
hey,
we sit
Sandra?
so much on our phones, like just sitting on the phones, and I do just think, what on earth did our parents do?
Talk to each other.
How nice.
How nice.
How lovely that must be.
I was going to say something there and it's completely gone out of my head. This is a great audio podcast. Keep talking.
If you could just keep talking, please. 'Cause I need to leave.
You need to pick up the babies. Yeah, it's we should give ourselves a little bit of grace for the mam guilt, because it's always going to be with us. Because whatever we do, it'll be wrong in somebody else's eyes.
Yeah, you're always going to feel a little bit of guilty for something you haven't done. Or yeah.
And it is what it is. We'll all get there in the end. Amen. So, should we move on?
Yeah.
To fact of the week. The shortest interval between two different births is just 208 days, or 6.5 months. The lady, her name is Jane, gave birth to a son on September the 3rd, 1999. She later gave birth to a daughter, March 30th, 2000. 6.5 months.
Oof.
How do you feel about that though? Because when people have short intervals, I think, well, you're getting all of your
you just
bedtimes out.
But I'm guessing, obviously, well, our second child was premature.
Really?
Well, yeah.
How?
Obviously. Well, how not? But it hasn't been cooking for 9 months, has it?
Oh, Oh.
Do you know what I mean? So like, I bet.
How did that take so long?
Honestly, I really don't know. So I wonder how premature the baby was.
Got to be at least 24 weeks. So what's that? I'm not very good.
Like, I wonder what our planned gap was.
6 months.
Like what the gap was supposed to be.
I don't know if she would have planned that, would she?
So it would have been like Irish twins.
Is that what it's called? In the same year at school?
Yeah. When they're like 9 months apart.
Dear me. Well,
I just don't know who's having sex that quick after having a baby. You.
I did.
Nah.
With Freddie, it was 3 weeks.
I don't even know why, because my vagina's been fine both times, not even a graze, nothing. But I still couldn't think of anything worse than putting anything up there straight away.
Really? So Freddie was 3 weeks, and then Eva...
You've got to come back on your pee, have you?
I did it before, I think. I think I was still breastfeeding. But do you still... Hold on.
What?
No, you're still bleeding, aren't you?
Well, you bleed for a bit.
It was definitely 3 weeks because we talked about it as a friend group, being like, "What? That is so early." And then
my stomach just made it really.
Was that your tummy?
Still good.
Your internal alarm. And then Eva, I think she was about 13, 14 weeks because it was all a hot mess down there.
Yeah,
up there, around there, couldn't move. But we got back to it pretty soon.
I just can't imagine getting back to it that soon.
Have you got back to it?
Yeah, but not that soon.
Yeah.
Like...
Intense.
Don't touch me.
Right, should we do your next bit?
Yeah, but can you pass me your piece of paper because I've dropped mine on the floor. And
just print out one, lasses, because she's useless.
So far away. Right. Sharing shit again. And another one from our Insta DMs.
Share your shit. Share your shit.
Hey ladies, definitely need to keep me anonymous for the story I'm about to tell. I was in the kitchen pottering about. I love pottering. Pottering about and left my daughter in the living room playing. She's 5. She suddenly started coughing and sounded like she was choking, so I ran in. Trying not to panic, I started patting her back and trying to see what she had swallowed. Asking her what she had in her mouth, she then lifted her hand to reveal my vape. She'd taken it off the mantelpiece and had obviously had a go of it. Safe to say, I'll never leave it anywhere in the house ever again. We're a no judgment podcast here, guys.
What would you do?
I think I would just not make a very big deal of it. But are we classing like vaping as kind of the same as smoking these days?
Yeah.
So like, do we smoke and vape in front of kids? Because it's learned behaviour, isn't it? How did she not put it in her mouth?
Well, yeah, of course she's been shown how to do it.
I would just not make a big deal of it at all and just be like, oh, tasted nice, that, didn't it?
Don't do that again. My God. You know what Eva did on the school run?
What?
She had a little pencil, colouring pencil. She leant on the door of the nursery and put the pencil in her mouth like a fag. We don't smoke.
Yeah,
none of our families smoke. And she just
I used to do that with those little white matchstick things. Do you know, the candy things.
No, but can you not remember the actual fags where there were chocolate in the middle and they had sugar paper around there, and they were in packets of looked like cigarette packets.
No,
our corner shop did them, and the chocolate was like that powdery chocolate substance in the middle, and we used to walk around the street pretend to smoke and biting them.
Yeah, you had to make them smaller so that you thought you were puffing it away.
Oh, that chocolate in the middle.
Now, I don't know where I'd seen. Oh, I think my nana and granddad smoked.
Yeah, but Eva's
mum or
never...
dad or brother, sister, no one did. I think my brother used to smoke a bit of weed every so often, but I'm not going into that.
So yeah, you don't know where they're seeing it. But the fact that she's got up to get it and being like, oh, let's have a little go at this. Mammy doesn't choke. She'll never do it again, I imagine.
I know.
Ever.
Can you remember your first, this is assuming everyone's had a first drag of a cigarette. Can you remember your first one?
I can't remember, but I remember I love Like, I've never ever
thought you
done
were
drugs
gonna say you
before,
loved
but
it.
the love of a backy buzz was
baggy rush.
like, wow. Like, I remember going out for a couple of drinks, like when I used to, like before kids or anything.
Yeah.
And like, if somebody was smoking, me and the girls would be like, oh, let's have one. We'd have one. And I'd be like, oh, backy
I was always
rush.
that person that was like, can I have one off? And I would literally have one off. Because I don't even know how to take it back. You know, when people say, did you take it back? And, I don't know.
Like, can you still get a backy buzz off not taken back?
But I used to go a bit lightheaded. Oh. So maybe I did then.
I remember when my mum found the fags.
Ooh.
That was a day in the Gage household. So I was a dancer, and my makeup, me and my friend had gone halfies on a 20-pack. But I really didn't like it that much. I know I've just said I liked the backy buzz, but I didn't.
Don't like the smell, the
taste.
It
was keeping up with the Joneses as a kid. So we went halfies, and I was like, oh, I've got a makeup box, like with a lock on, that I took everywhere for dancing, like for comps. I was like, we'll put them in there. And my mum was going out, had me, I must have been 15, because I had her phone, the first mobile phone, out with us, and she rang. She said, I'm going out. It was Saturday night. Going to the bingo. I've got no mascara left. I need your mascara in your makeup box. And I was like, the fags. And I was like, she went, give us the code. I was like, I don't know what that is.
I can't remember it.
She was like, yes, you do. Give us the code. I need your mascara. I was like, I just don't know.
My mascara's not in there, is what you should have said.
I know, I was just full
I've
on
lost
panicking.
my mascara, ma'am.
Panicking. So I had to give her a chew up, and she rang back and she went, get back home now. And then we'll not discuss what happened after that. But yeah, it was a bad time. And a fag didn't touch my mouth for at least 15 years after that. Yeah. Oh, hello, microphone again. So yeah. Don't have any mam guilt over that. Just
don't. It is what it is.
She'll never do it again. You've saved her.
How could a 5-year-old reach the mantelpiece?
Might be tall.
Maybe she put it on a chair.
My
Oaks would do that. Oaks would find a way.
Eva goes, finds stuff, builds things to climb on things. I'm like, stop it.
Yeah.
Leaning Tower of Pisa. So there we are. There we bloody are. Have we got anything else?
No, there we are at the end of the podcast.
Oh, that
once
went
again.
Too quick.
I know. It is happening too quick.
Oh. What am I going to do?
I'm glad, because I need to leave right now. So yeah, guys, if you can get in touch. I've lost my train of thought.
Like, subscribe, leave a review.
Leave a review, get involved, send us your stories,
Loving
whatever.
The stories, by the way.
And we will see you again next week.
Hold on, before, because I've heard this many times, they don't have the time to actually sit and write a text out. Send a voice note. And they'll put it in a text form.
All right, yeah.
Because saying something's a lot quicker than finding the time.
Scream it
from the roof.
Yeah, absolutely. This episode of Mama Social, the podcast, was filmed and produced by Flamingo Heights Podcast Studio.
Lauren, I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
I don't like
Why
you
you saying Lauren? Just say see you soon.
Steve.
Because we're talking to our listeners.
Oh.
See you soon.